Welcome and thank you for tuning in to Trivia Quiz Rush. My name is Arno, I'm your mispronouncing quiz host, and this is a general knowledge quiz featuring lightning questions. There's only rapid fire questions and these are fairly easy to medium difficulty, but you only have 3 seconds to answer them. Try to see if you can beat the quiz challenge and let's start the quiz. Good luck. Besides chance, which other card type can you draw in Monopoly? It's the community chest. Which Olympic equestrian event is often referred to as horse ballet? Dressage. What substance deficiency causes the condition known as albinism? Correct with melanin. In math, which operation is performed first? That's multiplication. Which of these famous structures is the tallest in overall height? The Eiffel Tower. Which meringue-based dessert is named after a famous Russian ballerina? It's pavlova. Etihad Airways serves as the national airline of which country? United Arab Emirates. What color is the airplane's black box flight recorder actually? Orange. Which film features the AI computer HAL 9000 as a key character? 2001: A Space Odyssey. A word formed from initials of other words is called what? Acronym. What is the smallest structural and functional unit of all life? It's cell. Who originally sang Shake, Rattle and Roll, released in 1954? Big Joe Turner. What is the main objective or goal when playing the game Tetris? Clear full lines. What is the main economic activity typically found in rural regions? Correct with agriculture. What do we call the amount of space that an object occupies? That's volume. Which of these is a common symptom caused by dehydration? Dizziness. Cavendish, ladyfinger, and blue java are types of which fruit? It's banana. Rafael Nadal became famous for success in which professional sport? That's tennis. In business, what is a project started completely from scratch called? Greenfield project. What is the main religion practiced in Thailand today? That's Buddhism. What are chemical agents used to control pests commonly called? Pesticides. Which actress portrayed Lara Croft in the 2018 film Tomb Raider? It's Alicia Vikander. What is a large cloud of gas and dust where stars form called? Nebula. Which band performed the song Hotel California in 1976? Correct with Eagles. Which part of speech is used to describe an action in a sentence? That's verb. Who is the primary rival character of Mario in Super Mario Bros? Bowser. What type of animal is Harry Potter's pet named Hedwig? It's a snowy owl. Which Peruvian grain was considered sacred by the Inca? That's quinoa. What is the value of pi rounded correctly to 2 decimal places? 3.14. What is the total sum of all interior angles in a triangle shape? That's 180 degrees. In texting, what does the acronym ATM most commonly stand for? At the moment. Which mountain range is the longest continental range on Earth? It's Andes. Which condition is caused by having too few healthy red blood cells? That's anemia. Which scientific instrument is used to measure atmospheric pressure? Barometer. Which group recorded the disco hit Le Freak in 1978? That's Chic. Hematology is the scientific study of which component of the body? Blood. How many players does each basketball team have on the court? It's 5. What is the main biological function performed by red blood cells? That's carrying oxygen. Which musical includes chimney sweeps and magical flying bags? That's Mary Poppins. What concept is emphasized when we talk about autonomy? That's choice. In which city is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame located? Cleveland. Which Ivy League university is located in New York City? It's Columbia University. What was the first known computer virus ever discovered in history? That's Creeper. What describes something open to more than one interpretation? Ambiguous. Which of the following diseases is considered to be communicable? That's measles. Which of these explains why warm air rises and cool air sinks? Convection. Which disorder is medically defined by recurring seizures? It's epilepsy. Which hormone in the body regulates the sleep-wake cycle? That's melatonin. From which country does telecom company Nokia originate? Finland. Which organ in the human body is responsible for producing insulin? It's pancreas. What is the basic unit of heredity passed from parents to offspring? It's gene. Who served as the very first president of the United States? George Washington. Which eye disease results from pressure damaging the optic nerve? Correct with glaucoma. Pencil lead is actually primarily made from which material? That's graphite. The smallest bones in the human body are located in which organ? Ear. What is the official chemical symbol used for the element mercury? It's Hg. How many pairs of ribs are typically found in the human body? That's 12. Which of these foods is traditionally made using ground almonds? Marzipan. Which type of rock is formed from cooled and solidified magma or lava? That's igneous. Which musician is widely nicknamed the Boss? Bruce Springsteen. Which planet is the largest in size within our solar system? It's Jupiter. Which of these cities is located within the Alps mountain range? Innsbruck. Which organelle is commonly referred to as the cell's powerhouse? Correct with mitochondria. A countless or extremely large number is known as what term? That's myriad. Which city is widely considered the birthplace of jazz music? New Orleans. Which gas is the most abundant component in Earth's atmosphere? It's nitrogen. What is the chemical symbol used to represent sodium? That's Na. Which gas is commonly used in soft drinks to create carbonation? Carbon dioxide. Who co-founded Microsoft alongside Bill Gates in its early years? That's Paul Allen. In finance, what does the abbreviation P and L stand for? Profit and loss. An apiarist is someone who farms and cares for which creatures? Bees. What do you call a substance that speeds up a chemical reaction? Correct with catalyst. Which Swedish car manufacturer produced its first vehicle in 1927? That's Volvo. Eating raw meat or poultry can cause infection from which bacteria? Salmonella. Which African country is widely nicknamed the Rainbow Nation? South Africa. Which power-up allows Mario to throw fireballs at enemies? It's Fire Flower. What does the abbreviation URL stand for in web terminology? Uniform Resource Locator. Which country is often referred to as the Land of 1,000 Lakes? Finland. Which country has won the most total medals in the modern Olympic Games? The United States. What is the smallest sovereign state in the world by land area? Vatican City. Which condiment is commonly known as Japanese horseradish? It's wasabi. Who broke Babe Ruth's long-standing home run record in 1974? Hank Aaron. Which type of cooking pan is traditionally associated with Chinese cuisine? Correct with wok. The prescription abbreviation QD means take medication how often? That's once daily. Which macronutrient serves as the body's primary quick energy source? Carbohydrates. Which film centers on a town where dancing is strictly banned? It's Footloose. What is the medical term used to describe the condition lockjaw? That's tetanus. Who Who recorded the song Somebody to Love back in 1967? Jefferson Airplane. Pugilism refers to which sport or combat discipline? That's boxing. What is the native homeland of lemurs in the wild? Madagascar. Which Greek circle dance was popularized by the film Zorba? Sirtaki. Which French king was famously known as the Sun King? Correct, with Louis XIV. What are the young offspring of bats commonly called? That's pups. Which scientific field studies firearms, bullets, and projectiles? Ballistics. Which artist performed That'll Be the Day in 1957? Buddy Holly and the Crickets. Speleology is the scientific study of what natural formations? It's caves. Which of these straits connects the Mediterranean Sea and Atlantic? That's Gibraltar. What is the official primary language spoken in Brazil? Portuguese. Which film includes the line, "We're on a mission from God"? The Blues Brothers. What was Britney Spears' debut single released in 1998? That's Baby One More Time. What is the first name of author J.K. Rowling? It's Joanne. What is the term for a person who repairs and restores shoes? Cobbler. Who sang Go Your Own Way, released in 1977? Correct, with Fleetwood Mac. Which of these films was directed by Christopher Nolan? That's Interstellar. Which planet has the highest surface temperature in our solar system? Venus. What is the standard length of an Olympic-sized swimming pool? 50 meters. Approximately what percentage of the human body is composed of water? About 60%. Which of these cities is part of the United Arab Emirates? Abu Dhabi. In which year did the French Revolution officially begin? The year 1789. Which is the correct plural form of the word criterion? Criteria. Which superhero team includes a talking tree character named Groot? Guardians of the Galaxy. Who was the longest reigning monarch in British history? Queen Elizabeth II. What does the acronym RAM stand for in computer terminology? It's Random Access Memory. Which group recorded California Dreamin' in 1965? The Mamas and the Papas. In which year did the Berlin Wall officially fall? 1989. Who sang the song 3 Times a Lady, released in 1978? That's the Commodores. What is the correct name for a 9-sided geometric shape? It's a nonagon. Who portrayed John McClane in the action film Die Hard? Bruce Willis. Which country is well known for its traditional wooden stave churches? It's Norway. Which actor played young John Connor in Terminator 2? Edward Furlong. Which of these cities is located within Italy? Genoa. Which actor portrays Ant-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Correct, with Paul Rudd. What is the SI unit used to measure electrical resistance? That's ohm. Which of these islands belongs to Greece? Rhodes. Which film popularized the iconic line, "I'll be back"? The Terminator. Which actor portrayed Lord Voldemort from Goblet of Fire onward? That's Ralph Fiennes. What literary genre does the novel The Great Gatsby belong to? Novel of manners. In geometry, what does the term congruent specifically mean? Same shape and size. In what year did the Titanic famously sink on its maiden voyage? 1912. What is the average lifespan of a human red blood cell in days? That's 120 days. What is the name of Greek skewered meat served with pita bread? Souvlaki. Which constellation is commonly referred to as the Hunter? It's Orion. Which explorer was first to successfully reach the South Pole? That's Roald Amundsen. Who starred as Wonder Woman in the 2017 superhero film? Gal Gadot. Which of these cities is located within the country of Indonesia? Correct, with Jakarta. Who was US president when the Berlin Wall fell in 1989? That's George H.W. Bush. Who proposed the hierarchy of human needs theory? Maslow. By what name is the scale measuring chili pepper spiciness known? The Scoville scale. Who is the youngest sibling in the Weasley family? Ginny. Which element is most abundant in the Earth's crust? That's oxygen. Which Marilyn Monroe film includes the iconic dress-blowing scene? The 7-Year Itch. Which of these regions is a province of Canada? That's Quebec. Which physical quantity measures the amount of matter? It's mass. What is the sum of all interior angles in a standard pentagon? 540 degrees. Which scientific field focuses specifically on studying plants? It's botany. Which country is credited with starting Christmas tree tradition? Germany. Which nebula features the famous Pillars of Creation? It's Eagle Nebula. Which of these major companies was founded most recently? That's Tesla. Who led North Vietnam during the Vietnam War era? Ho Chi Minh. What phenomenon keeps the Earth rotating on its axis? Inertia. Don't leave because I got another fun bonus question coming up for you. Meanwhile, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps growing the channel. And if you really want to support the channel, then consider becoming a member. Here's the bonus question. Which fairy tale features a pumpkin turning into a carriage? Sit tight because the answer appears in a few seconds. Don't forget to drop your score in the comments down below or just leave a comment. I read and respond to every single one of them. And if you want to keep watching fun lightning quizzes, then click this one to keep going. Thank you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.